Hello, this is Group 23. Our project was about merging cultures at BU. We are Sara, Vanessa, Isabel, Abigail, Natalia, and Monica. Scene 1, Party Invitation. In this scene, communication accommodation theory can be applied, which explains how we adapt our communication patterns to interact with others. Here, we can see that Sara and Vanessa are part of an in-group, as they both are Spanish speakers. Abby is part of an out-group. She does not speak Spanish. Abby wants to be part of an in-group, so she uses an accommodation strategy called convergence. She did so by altering her speech, using Spanish words, and talking about Spanish musicians in an effort to fit in with Sara and Vanessa. While convergence has some benefits, such as increased attraction and social approval, one must be mindful of how much they try to accommodate. The negative effects of accommodation include incorrect stereotypes, perceived condescension, and a loss of personal identity. In scene 2, Sara and Vanessa have doubts about Abby going to the party. In this scene, the type of uncertainty displayed by Sara and Vanessa is cognitive uncertainty, which means they are unsure what to think about someone or something. In this case, they're uncertain about Abby fitting in La Fábrica, the Latin club. The uncertainty reduction theory begins to apply here, which is guided by axioms that explain how, when, and why individuals use communication to minimize their doubts when interacting with others. Axiom 6 states that perceiving dissimilarities leads to increased uncertainty. Sara and Vanessa perceive Abby to be very different from themselves, so their uncertainty is very high. In scene 3, the girls go to the party. The uncertainty reduction theory continues to be displayed in this scene. Axiom 1 in the theory states that as your verbal communication with a communication partner increases, your level of uncertainty about that person decreases. As a result, verbal communication continues to increase. We can see Axiom 1 in action as Abby dances at the party with Sara. Abby recognizes Isabel at the party and Sara's uncertainty decreases. It decreases even more when she sees that Abby knows Natalia as well. Axiom 2 states that as the welcoming nonverbal expressions increase, uncertainty decreases, so when Abby hugs the girls, uncertainty is further decreased. Axiom 6 states that the more similarities you perceive to share with the person, the more uncertainty is reduced. Since Abby has mutual friends at the party and studies the same thing as Vanessa and Sara, their uncertainty about her is decreased. At the party, the girls have a bonding moment. The symbolic convergence theory can be applied here. This theory is based on the idea that groups create and uphold a sustained consciousness, including shared meanings through interaction. When understanding symbolic convergence theory, the most important concept is a fantasy theme, or a creative understanding of events that fulfills a psychological or rhetorical need. At the party, when Abby goes to drop it low, she accidentally rips her pants. Everyone, including Abby, laughs. Abby ripping her pants has created an initial shared situation in which a dramatizing message for a fantasy theme emerges among the individuals in the group. This possesses the potential for a fantasy chain, further uniting the group of friends. After the party, a new and stronger friendship is established between the girls. When Abby ripped her pants, this became an inside joke between the girls. Because all the girls were together when Abby ripped her pants, they all responded to the reference, thus maintaining it. This anecdote then comprises the dramatizing message that initiates a fantasy theme, which according to the symbolic convergence theory develops into a symbolic cue in the form of a fantasy chain. This aids the creation of group identity. The way the girls behave with each other, and more specifically, with the ultimate inclusion of Abby into a culturally dissimilar group. Thank you so much for your attention.